What's going on, everybody? So you can see here from the title of this video, stop playing Diablo Immortal. I wanted to talk about this because a lot of people have been occasionally dropping comments over the past couple of weeks. Hey, I'm kind of bored with the game. I'm going to stop playing. Hey, I'm going to take a break, or convince me to keep playing. And actually what triggered this one is actually a comment I got yesterday, which said exactly that. This guy, Yoda Man, has been playing for 6 months now and getting so bored of this game. I even feel like quitting soon. Convince me otherwise. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to see if I can convince this guy otherwise, and anyone else out there that might be feeling this way. I'm going to try to do the same. I'm going to move myself over here and then just tab over, because I want to let you all know that this is not a unique experience. You can see here, this is the trend for Diablo Immortal over the past several months. And you can see here, we are actually at an all-time low for people interested in participating within the community. You can see here, it dropped actually quite significantly. This is the biggest drop of Diablo Immortal since early October, since a month ago. You can see it's dropped quite significantly, and we are at an all-time low for Diablo Immortal for YouTube searching here, which is a little unfortunate. So it's definitely not something that's new for this person or a new perspective. It's something that's been going on for a while. And so I'm going to talk about a few things with this. So first off, let's talk about the obvious thing, right? I'm going to jump into a challenge rift here. But the obvious thing is that people are doing the same thing over and over again. Right? They're doing the exact same thing over and over again. This is not new for most ARPGs, guys. For those of you that are not used to the ARPG genre and maybe just playing Diablo Immortal as kind of your first experience into this type of genre, this just may not be the type of game for you if you don't like the repeat grinding. That is something that you're going to have to expect with this game. So I'll say that first as sort of a disclaimer before I start trying to kind of relate to you all and convince you otherwise. If this is what you don't like about the game, if you're telling me I actually don't like the dungeon grinding and I don't want to grind for combat rating, even though it's a slow process, I just don't enjoy it. Then maybe it's kind of not necessarily something that you want to play at all. Because that's literally all the whole game is. It's literally grinding. The only other part of the game is grinding with your friends, right? So if you have friends, then going in and jumping into some open world content and farming some boss monsters or whatever with them, that's what you're going to be doing. So I'll say that first, but people are doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. And to be fair, it certainly is something that people want higher drop rates to make their experience more enjoyable. So they could obviously be changing that, but they probably won't for a long time. So I want to get that straightforward. But a lot of the people just want to grind the game, but they want to progress in the game. That's the main reason a lot of people play RPGs. So if that's the kind of sentiment that you're holding right now, then might I suggest something that a lot of people, I'm actually confused here. I don't know why our Rift isn't actually going forward right now, but a lot of people, and I've done the same, take a break. This is something that I think a lot of people kind of underestimate the power of in Diablo Immortal, because the game is designed for the casual player. So if you are someone like myself that had played the game for literally 8 to 12 hours a day for the first 2 months, and then continue to play the game for 4 to 6 hours a day after that, you might be feeling like you cannot progress at all, or the time in which you get items is so massively large that it's not even worth logging in because of how long it takes. Not only that, but your level is now capped. You're probably 5 to 10 levels above server paragon, so you can't even get levels. You literally log in every day. You get 2 levels, because that's literally the maximum you can acquire, even if you spend 6 hours in the game. And that's it. That's kind of your daily grind. So what taking a break actually does is, for one, hopefully it'll give you a much needed rest so you can come back to the game and enjoy the game again. But actually, it makes the whole experience a little bit better. What ends up happening is, let's say you take a week break, okay? You leave the game, let's say you're 5 levels above server paragon. You leave the game, a week break is now 14 levels of server paragon. Now you are currently 9 levels beneath server paragon. So now you can log in, enjoy the game for 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours, and actually get quite a few levels in. So the grinding process feels a little bit better. Not only that, but when you're grinding the game, since you are also leveling up your server paragon, now your legendary items are going to be that much better. And so when you're grinding for legendary items, you're actually going to get a decent upgrade. That's two things. And then the third thing, of course, is just that you're going to be able to take a break so you can come back and do the same thing over and over again, right? Now, this could even be exasperated even further. A lot of people that have been playing the Diablo Immortal or still stick around for the videos and may not even play anymore, you might want to take a break for a month or so. Because in a month, there's now 2 updates that have happened, which can introduce random things like set item crafting or potentially a new class. Or it looks like in this new update coming up, we're gonna have new zones, new ways to upgrade our legendary items. And then you're gonna be able to experience all that content when you come back. But not only that, again, the game is designed around this time gaining mechanic. So taking a break of a month gives you 60 levels of Paragon, server Paragon difference. And you're going to be able to go ahead and jump back in and massively level up and massively improve your character. Whereas before, you would literally just be soft locked out of progressing, right? The fact that the game time gates levels and forces you to get levels to get higher stats on your gear is a really, really rough experience for people who love to grind the game. So taking a break is actually one of the best ways to enjoy the game, I've found. And I've actually done, I wouldn't say I've taken a break from the game in terms of stop playing entirely, but I started to play for about an hour, hour and a half every day and worked on other projects. And now you can see I'm kind of back into the game and I have a lot of progression to be had because I kind of was under the server Paragon by like 10 to 15 for, 2 weeks or so. And that allowed me, for one, I got easy levels, but for two, because I hadn't been grinding the game and really just accelerating my progress, now when I enter the game, I have a lot of combat rating to get in preparation for this update, which is why it's kind of exciting for me. You can see right now even, I was 10 to 15 levels below server Paragon, but now you can actually see I'm actually only around 9 levels below server Paragon, and this is just the start of the day. It just swapped over. I was previously 7 levels, so hopefully by the next couple of days, I will be jumping back into that server Paragon and then have a video on how much progression I was able to acquire. So that's 2 huge, huge things. Just taking a break and then coming back to enjoy the game again. Now, for those of you that are still enjoying Diablo Immortal, continue to enjoy Diablo Immortal. But the best way for you guys to not experience this massive burnout, because I will admit, the game does get stale if you're continuing to do the same thing over and over again, just take a break, come back. It basically use the game's mechanics to your advantage. The game encourages you to take a break, because if you do not, well, guess what? The game basically says, well, you played too much. You've got to take a break now, or you're not going to be able to progress as much as you were before because you played too much. So just answering this kind of comment convinced me to continue to play. My suggestion for you is, if you're really feeling that way, if you're really feeling like you're incredibly bored of the game, take a break, take advantage of these systems in the game, the server Paragon, the leveling, combat rating increasing as you're increasing your level, and then come back to the game and enjoy it once more. And I think that this will end up allowing you to have a much more enjoyable experience, because as far as I'm concerned, I want everyone to play the game. It's always better for me, right? But best way for our long-term player base to enjoy it is to make sure that you're having fun. And that's what I want the most for everyone. And so maybe for the future, just take a break and come back. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Are you guys in that same situation? I know a lot of people in my clan are of that feeling where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of take it very low right now, very mild grinding, log in every day, kind of do my dailies and log off or whatever, maybe an hour and a half of gameplay. And they're waiting for that big event drop so they can come back and really enjoy the game again. And I think that's a really, really interesting way, because let's be honest, guys, you're really not missing out on much if you're not playing the game 4 hours a day. Yeah, you might not be number 1, of course, but you may not even be number 1 even if you were grinding every day, because a lot of it is pay to win anyways. So just enjoy the game, have fun. I personally am still enjoying Diablo Immortal, especially since I did, kind of take it easy for a little bit of time, and now I'm back in the game, kind of getting a bunch of combat rating. And also shout out to Jinju here. I finally can see your character in game. Thanks for sending me that comment, guys. If you see me in game, send me a message. I usually respond, and who knows, I might be recording and you might be in a video if you care about that. But regardless, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And hopefully, you guys, if you are still with the game, taking a break might refresh your interest in the game in a couple of weeks. So I'll see you all tomorrow.